hard.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm very happy that the Yankees lost.
Yeah.
And not because of the Yankees. There's some guys on the Yankees I enjoy. I just enjoy when people who they just remind me of corporation
entitlement.
Yeah, and I'm really happy when they lose, especially now that they're supposed to. Nothing could be better, and I hate baseball.
Yeah,
nothing could have been better than that 3-game comeback. Just the pain.
Oh, the pain of the
I hate
Red
fanatical
Sox coming back like
fanatical
that.
fans.
Yeah.
I know I wasn't fanatical when the Patriots lost when they went 18-0. And they lost in the Super Bowl. If I didn't kill myself, then that means I'm a reasonable human being.
That was the most brutal loss by any franchise, losing the Super Bowl.
If they get after 18-0,
it doesn't get any worse than that. I challenge anyone to come up with a worse scenario.
No, that 3-game comeback by the Red Sox is beyond.
That was crazy.
Not even close to. That's beyond pain for the loser of that one.
What about Brady? He's 18-0, loses the Super Bowl.
They got 3 Super Bowls under their belt. This is Boston.
I'm not talking. All right, but I'm talking the individual years.
Each year after year, that 3-game comeback
is worse than the Patriots losing the Super Bowl.
I'm a football fan, a basketball fan.
That's up for discussion.
It's the greatest painful thing in the history of life.
It's the only time that has ever happened.
No, I understand all that.
It's unmatched.
But the whole Patriot thing was 1 in a million too.
But they went 18-0.
And no one remembers that anymore.
And it's one game, the Super Bowl.
It
it's
really,
one fucking game. When you drop
that pain.
A World Series like that.
Dude, I'm not ready to give up on this argument.
No.
You got an undefeated fucking year and you lose the Super Bowl.
Your argument is based.
That's fucking brutal, too.
It is. We're not saying it's not brutal.
You
People
really think?
But there is a pain. Yeah. There is a flubbing. See, the Patriots, they lost that game. It was a great game. And
it was a great game.
Ridiculous catch. And a couple of times Eli Manning, that's when Eli Manning first, when you watch a lot of sports, when Eli Manning got off of that, it was one time they had him. It was a sack.
Right.
He's as bad as his brother in the pocket. And he got out of that, threw the ball, and that asshole caught it with his helmet.
That's what made it worse, too. That no one's supposed to catch that fucking ball.
God was against the Patriots.
Well, that's what he said in his book.
But
more than a catch.
Was it?
Wasn't that the name of his book?
Yeah. More than a career. That motherfucker got booted out. So
thanks for nothing, right? Wins him a fucking Super Bowl. You think they would let him hang out a little longer?
Goodbye, asshole.
Yeah, even though his skills might not be there, you kind of let the guy.
It's a business.
You kind of let the guy hang out.
You have to be loyal on the artistic end, like the players and anybody who's the employee. Got to be fucking have some honor and some loyalty. But the big bosses, man, it's bottom
David
line,
Tyree won that game for them.
Absolutely.
And they fucking cut his ass.
Plexico, too. They didn't fight hard for that cocksucker. He won the game.
His ass.
He won the game. Plexico.
Hey, people are reminding me, thank you, and I was living in Buffalo at the time, 4 Super Bowl losses.
Yeah, but 3.
That's fucking rough, too.
That's a millennium of mediocrity. They made it, but they were the best in a weak division. And they were a great team, that Buffalo Bills team, but look at the Norwood miss when they were supposed to win.
Oops. Yeah.
The one that was based on fucking Pet Detective, Ace Ventura.
Oh.
That was based on that fucking Ace Ventura shit, that fucking Scott Norwood kick, that dude. That was painful. That's up there.
So wide right could be up there with the Red Sox thing.
No.
Red Sox.
That could be up there with the Patriots.
Hold on, let's work this out. So you're still saying Red Sox coming back, number 1.
Nothing fucking
What's
worse.
number 2? Wide right. I only slept like 4 hours. Wide
number
right
2 is
or the fucking
86 Red Sox. Come on.
Buckner's big. Buckner is big, man.
That fucking turned around.
Why are you downplaying the fucking Patriots losing the Super Bowl?
I'm not down fucking playing it.
I'm not even
It's just not close.
I'm not just talking about the Buckner play either. I'm talking about that whole fucking, that whole game. That was a choke. They were 1 strike away. They fucked that whole, and then they let the rally start. If that was just Buckner muffing one thing, that wouldn't matter.
That encapsulates
the giant
the pain
meltdown.
of it. Yeah, and it made that curse
Yeah.
And you had a young Roger Clemens, and it hurt. And some people will say Bucky Dent or whatever. But there's things, and I'm trying to be fair to and think past just Boston and shit like that. But that 3-game comeback. And then if you bring up your city, I remember some of those things because you do remember heartache. Because I'm such a hater. I do embrace when people are just in that kind of fucking pain.
When you have to win one more fucking game, and you know you're 3-0 in the World Series, and the team comes
Cleveland
back and
last
fucks
year.
You.
I bet you people in Cleveland, to see LeBron get smashed by Orlando, to win the season that Cleveland had last year, and to lose like they lost to Orlando was probably deflating because Cleveland.
Yeah, but it's not up there.
It's.
No one expected.
What are you talking about? See, it's hard.
No one expected the Cavaliers to win it all last year.
Yeah, they did.
They're one of the teams that had a shot at it.
You did,
but it wasn't like the Patriots going fucking 18. What did they go 18-0? Right, 18-0.
Dude, it's big.
It's up there,
but I don't even think it's in the top 5.
It's not up there like Bill Buckner up there, wide right up there.
No. I don't think it's in the top 5.
What, the Cavaliers think?
No.
Yeah,
the Patriots.
I
don't think it's in the top 5.
How do you walk away knowing you fucking were 18-0 and you lost the Super Bowl?
Well, hold on. When was this list made? Because there isn't
this
even
is a list of the most painful
25 biggest chokes, and the Yankees aren't even on that fucking list.
Thank you.
Stop it.
Thank you.
What, the 3 games?
Yeah,
that's number 1.
That's fucking right up
hold
there.
On,
that's what the list should be named.
Hold on. Before you read the list, John in New Hampshire reminds us all of something too, as far as the Patriots thing goes. Go ahead, John.
Hey, how you guys doing?
All right.
Hey, yeah, man. I'll tell you what was worse than Brady losing the Super Bowl was coming back the next year, playing what, 1 quarter, not even, and going down.
For the season?
There goes your season. You know, you're hoping after an undefeated season that maybe they can make another run at it.
You don't make. I don't think you make enough money.
They still went 11-5, and didn't make that next season was such a great season for football. They went 11-5 and still didn't make the playoffs. So they could have won 11-5 with Tom Brady and still didn't make the fucking playoffs.
Yeah, but the problem is not knowing.
Very true.
There's Brady going 18-0, losing the Super Bowl. So now all he wants to do is come back the next year, and he's down in the first fucking game, season-ending injury.
That would never be up there. That wouldn't even be close.
I'm just saying that's got to be brutal for him. I don't care.
And that's worse than the 18-0. And I think Patrice has it, though. The Yankees up 3-0, man.
Yeah.
Come back, lose 4 games in a row. That's got to be the worst.
That's crushing. And it ended.
All right.
And it ended some magical shit. It seemed like it. Okay, at the time it was the curse of the Babe, right?
Yeah.
Only that kind of comeback could make that comeback made people go. You haven't heard the curse of the Bambino ever again, because that had to be what happened.
Yeah.
Because if the Red Sox had got lucky and won, people would have been like, we'll do it next year. People don't feel that anymore. That's
done.
It's dead.
Yeah.
A lot of people agreeing with you. It's got to be said. Let me throw this. I don't know. Well, let's just go to Mark in Houston, and I'll explain. Go ahead, Mark.
I don't like baseball.
Go ahead, Mark.
The Oilers were up like 40 points at halftime and lost against Buffalo. And you mention that to anybody in Houston, and I get physically ill thinking about that.
That was.
It was horrific.
For people that have never seen that game, get a copy. First of all, and people don't even realize that it was Frank Reich, not Jim Kelly.
And it was Warren Moon that was playing.
Backup quarterback against Warren Moon. They're down how many points at halftime? Was it 40?
30-something.
30-something.
Oh,
and
shit.
It was like 35 or 40.
Have you ever seen this game, man?
No.
And people forget. They really just assume it was Kelly coming back. No, Kelly fucking wasn't in the game. It was Frank Reich who barely played, and he brought the team back against Warren Moon in the second half.
Wow.
And you want to talk about magical? Something magical was happening that day in Buffalo. It was fucked up. Everyone knew early on in the second half they were going to win this game. You just knew. There was just something in the air.
I think you got it all.
As a longtime Oiler fan, I can tell you, we knew it. That's what they always did. So, we weren't almost not surprised.
Yeah, the announcers were even getting excited, like, oh, my God, we're all going to experience something here. Just everyone knew it. It was the weirdest thing that day.
Well, thanks a lot, and happy birthday, Patrice.
All right, Mark. I remember that game like it was yesterday.
Jimmy's not here.
I think that also you have to something that you can't watch. Now, there's no way that somebody who's a Yankees fan could watch any game that had to do with that 3-game thing.
No.
I can't watch the 18-0 Super Bowl. I can't watch it. Maybe I was affected by it.
Yeah.
It was emotional. Maybe it was so disturbing that it was like like you've been raped and then don't remember or touch funny as a kid. I can't watch Christian Laettner's turnaround jump shot to beat Kentucky. I can't.
College basketball.
Close my eyes and turn the TV off when I see that. I hope he misses every time. I still see it.
Full court pass, grabs it at the foul line, turns and shoots. Right?
I can't.
That's the play, right?
He does a fake.
It is.
I can't watch that.
That was
personally.
not supposed to happen.
I can watch.
It just wasn't supposed to happen.
I can watch Bill Buckner. I know there's people that can't watch Bill Buckner. That they just can't.
Behind the bag. Oh!
But I can't think of anybody. I'm trying to think of. It's so unfair. This Northeast thing. I know there's a lot of pain. I was in Canada and they said there was a hockey game that no one in Canada can watch. Like the
Really?
Canadians did something and they can't, or the Edmonton Oilers or something. They can't fucking watch. There's some things you just go, oh God.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't watch any clips from last night's game. It's annoying the shit that all they're doing is playing these highlights from last night's game.
You weren't supposed to win that game last night, though. It was just one of those games.
Look,
you got to come back tonight now.
Cliff Lee on the mound. It's amazing.
What'd you say?
Supposed to be
What'd you
that
say
good,
when I
though?
came in this morning?
He's
You said
supposed
that
to be that good. No, this guy was, and not only that, he was cocky and fucking like smug. He made a catch where he pitches, the ball gets popped up to the mound, and he just stands there like this and goes, bunk.
Like a
puts
bug?
his glove out and like, yeah, it's in my glove. And everyone started laughing because it was so nonchalant.
I don't think you're paying attention because you're a Yankees fan, but are you a baseball fan? Meaning,
oh, I understand what you're saying. No, I wouldn't be able to tell you all the people on the Phillies.
I'm not again, I reiterate, when things transcend past your giving a fuck level, your meter, I know that Philly is as good as the Yankees.
Oh,
and the only thing they're saying is maybe the pitching. Their pitchers are great for Philly, but they haven't been great lately. So they could end up being great during this thing.
I understand.
These fuckers are good from top to bottom, and I don't give a fuck.
I understand that the Phillies are a good team. It's not like I'm like, oh, who are these guys coming in? I understand. You got a great year. And they're pitching.
They're beasts.
Good, but the way he pitched last night was not like, you will not see pitchers every night getting up and fucking playing like that. That was a ridiculous fucking night he had.
When I came in, you said they shouldn't allow robots to
fucking play
in the World Series.
In the World Series, he
was like a robot.
Like a robot.
They're just not afraid. And Rollins said, he said we're going to beat them in 5, and if we're feeling charitable, we'll beat them in 6.
Oof.
And he said it, and it was so funny. It wasn't like some ridiculous trying to get confidence shit.
Behind him catch.
Your team's in trouble, Ant. They got to win tonight.
Yeah, I caught it.
All right, listen, let's move on.
Oh, they do have to win tonight.
So let's do the biggest chokes in